This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. First carry for Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
1st and 10. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Third and long for Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this 1st down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the 1st down marker, sets up 4th down.
And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop. Second and 7. They bring Judy in motion. Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. He'll try and run for the 1st down. It's 4. It's a 1st down and a gain of 16.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku.
When you put plays like this on tape, It sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Once again, it's Chubb. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. From the gun, Winston. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
A 2nd down throw for Jameis. It was a short throw caught by Njoku. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Off the play fake, it's Jameis. That's to the open man. It's Tillman. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Down inside the 10. About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's 1st and goal.
So as this nice drive continues, Mike, they find themselves 1st and goal. Offensively, anytime you maintain possession for this long, you have to come away with a touchdown. It feels to me, you settle for a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Here's Chubb. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
A run straight ahead. That's Ford. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Third and goal. Out of the gun, it's Winston. That is caught back corner of the end zone. David Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland. What a big play, a little unscripted there. Greg, that is what tight ends do so well. Hey, you lived it. What are you thinking when the quarterback's on the move out of the pocket?
Scramble drill is the most difficult play to defend down here in the red zone, Mike. It stresses the coverage so much. When you snap your head around of your designed route and you see your quarterback has gotten moved off his spot, now it's just scramble rules. Stay in phase. Work friendly in the same direction as the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Not much happening there, just a short gain. One quarter in the books. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Taking off, and Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the 1st down. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Now Hurts gonna call his own number. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Hurts working in the pistol. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs. We'll go play action. It's Winston. This one is complete inbounds, but not a whole lot out of it. He just gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Well, that was a nice looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Jameis. Here's a screen set up for 4. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. They send Britton Covey back deep, and no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A pistol snap back to Hurts. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got this one complete to Goddard. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Philadelphia.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Once again, it's Barkley. Barkley's got the 1st down and more. And he's going to take this all the way home. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Browns offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Winston. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
It's a jet sweep, and it's Judy. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Open man, and that's Tillman. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. It's a Browns first down. Winston looking to throw. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
They get 21 on that one. First down, Cleveland.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
That's into the hands of Moore. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Winston to throw. That's caught by 4. And he'll be out of bounds, but he has the first down inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he is on the chalk, stepping out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 3 on the play.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
This one caught at the 4.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
From the gun on third down, it's Winston. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jameis Winston, touchdown Browns. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return from the end zone, here's Britton Covey. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Eagles offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That'll be taken in by Barkley. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. He's across midfield. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Browns are on top as we get you down to Florida. Orlando specifically, where the coach is Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. From the pistol, a give to Chubb. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, Winston. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Eagles have it. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. In trouble, and down he goes.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Browns offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Up the middle, here's 4. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. To throw, Winston. That one on target to Moore. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
On 2nd down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. And just a short pickup there to about the 44.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. To the left side, he's got Njoku. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
First down and more for Chubb. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They give it, and it's 4. He'll be bogged down. Short pickup to the 25. Second down and 8. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. On play action, Winston. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that
he bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. Britton Covey from out of his own end zone. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can.
Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He keeps it himself. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Man in motion is Smith. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Browns have it. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Winston. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Once again, it's Chubb. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. To throw is Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Crochet to return it. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. A run up the middle with Chubb. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Moore going in motion. They run on the jet sweep, and this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Off the play fake, it's Jameis. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Browns getting their punting team out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's to the right side, caught by Goddard. And they'll be set up now, up past the 40 with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the 1st. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback...
And he cannot get away, brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, This quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game. So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
They'll begin with a zone read. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Second down and 3. Running is Chubb. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. We'll go play action. It's Winston. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. This is 1st and 10. Hurts. Taking off. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On play action, here's Hurts. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Throwing is Hurts. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here we go. One final play. Oh, and a crusher there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. A bit of a surprise, this one on paper. You figure this would have been a difficult assignment, trying to win away from home against a team of this caliber. No problems, though. They find a way to get it done. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.